Welcome to the fourth official Scrum event, Sprint Retrospective. Upon completion, you will understand the role of Sprint Retrospective in Scrum. You will learn the purpose, goal for this event, attendees, duration, and you will know how to run a Sprint Retrospective meeting with examples. Now let's get started. A sprint retrospective meeting is to find what activities the team is doing well, what activities should be continued, and what more can be done to improve the next sprint to be more enjoyable or productive. The sprint retrospective, the last ceremony in the sprint, takes place after the sprint review and before the next sprint planning. The meeting should be time-boxed to no more than an hour per week of a sprint plan. The Scrum Master facilitates the meeting to keep it on track, focused, and within the time box. The goal is to discover the one improvement, just one improvement in their process that they as a team can implement right away. If the team can consistently have strong retrospectives and produce relevant products improvement that builds sprint to sprint, it will continuously improve. To be effective, this meeting requires a certain amount of emotional maturity and an atmosphere of trust. It is crucial that the team take responsibility for its outcomes as a team and not as individuals. So the key thing to remember is that the team is not seeking someone to blame, but rather looking at the process. The team should ask questions like, why did that happen that way? Why did we miss that? What could make us faster? The idea here is to examine people and relationship, and as well as processes and tools. People have to find the fortitude to bring up the issues that are bothering them in a way that is solution-oriented rather than accusatory. And the rest of the team has to have the maturity to hear the feedback, take it in, and look for a solution rather than getting defensive. So by the end of the meeting, the team and the Scrum Master should agree on just one process improvement that they will implement in the next sprint. That process improvement, sometimes called the Kaizen, should be put into the next sprint backlog with acceptance tests. At the next sprint review, the issue is revisited to see what difference, if any, the process change has made. If team performance improved, the change should be kept. If performance did not, the team needs to develop another hypothesis on what the root cause may be. It's important to just choose one change. If the team tries to implement multiple changes, it will be difficult to figure out which process change solved the real issue and led to increased performance. So what you will need to get started? You will need in-person meeting space. You will need whiteboard or large sheet of paper, markers, sticky notes, and timer. Now, how to run a sprint retrospective? First, preparation takes for 15 minutes. For in-person teams, find a whiteboard or large paper and set out post-in notes and markers in a meeting room. On the page, board, paper, or whiteboard, create 3 columns with the headings What we did well, What we do better, and Actions. And if possible, get a neutral third party to help facilitate the meeting. This will encourage greater participation and uncover more insights. Set the stage. 5 minutes. Don't take it personal. Listen with open mind. Everyone's experience is valid. And set the period you are discussing. For example, last sprint, last quarter, the entire project, etc. And focus on improvement rather than placing blame. If you have run a retrospective previously, quickly revisit the themes and actions from the last team to build a sense of continuity. What we did well, it takes for 15 minutes, so using either a digital whiteboard or physical one, have each team member write down what the team did well, one idea per note. Post the notes and group similar or duplicate ideas together. Discuss each one briefly as a team. What we can do better? Just 10 minutes for this activity. Have everyone write down what they think can be improved. One idea per note. Post the notes and group similar or duplicate ideas together and discuss each one as a team. And action. 10 minutes for this activity. Have everyone brainstorm actions that can be taken to improve problem areas. One idea per note. Post the notes and group similar or duplicate ideas. Discuss each idea as a team and assign owners to these actions and due dates as necessary. And now let's recap Sprint Retrospective. Attendees: developers, Scrum Master, and Product Owner. When? At the end of each sprint. Duration is 60 minutes. Agile Framework, Scrum and Kanban. Scrum teams do sprint retrospective based on a fixed cadence, and Kanban team can benefit from occasional retrospectives too. Purpose. Agile is about getting rapid feedback to make the product and development culture better. Retrospectives help the team understand what worked well and what didn't. Retrospectives aren't just time for complaints without action. Use retrospectives to find out what's working so the team can continue to work on those areas. Also find out what is not working and use the time to find creative solutions and develop an action plan. Continuous improvement is what sustains and derives development within an agile team, and retrospectives are a key part of that.